Namasri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukhaswarupaya Swami Tapaharna. My humble pranams to Reverend Maharaj here. My greetings to all the students and other members. From morning you are hearing so many lectures. I don't know, this is the last lecture you are going to hear. You have to be patient for another half an hour. See, the topic is on relief. Relief. You can't think the concept of relief without Ramakrishna mission, at least in India. Because for the past 125 years, the natural calamities wherever occurred, mission has gone through to give its full support to the relief victims. And essentially, Swamis were involved in that. Lakhs and lakhs of people have been benefited by that relief work. The relief work requires, see, relief means floods, earthquakes, and then cyclones. All these things, mainly in India, these are all these things recurring natural calamities. You may think, why we have to go and do the service to the public in this type of calamities? Government is there, it is their problem, they have to do it. But it is not like that. If you go any site where the natural calamities occur, you will understand India is a very huge country and many places people live in poverty. They are all very vulnerable to the natural calamities. They live with very meager things only. So any natural calamity occurs, their regular livelihood is affected thoroughly. So they need support, immediate support. But government cannot give to all the people. If you see in 2015, many of you must have witnessed in Chennai the floods. Most of the people affected by that floods. That's because I am here for the past 25-30 years. I have not witnessed such a huge flood, and almost all the parts of Chennai were affected. And not only poor, rich people also are affected by the floods. And if we expect that government machinery will immediately to attend all the problems of all the people, it is impossible. So much human power or the material resources also they don't have. So they need support of the institution like Ramakrishna Mission, many NGOs. They have to support the relief victims because many are affected at the same time, all require immediate attention. There may be medical, there may be hunger, all those things are there. So we have to go and attend to the problems of the victims immediately, and we have to find a resourceful mentality is necessary. It is not ready-made, everything will not be available. See, during the floods, there was power cut everywhere. So when power cut is there, all the mobile charging, it will not happen. And communication, we are all email and other communications only we were using, that also gets affected. So how to communicate from one person to the other, what the requirement, so the people's requirement, all these problems are there. So only NGOs who knows the local condition, local resources, they have to do that one. Already the victims will be in a very desperate mood. See, suddenly you see water has entered in your house. Everything, kitchen, bathroom, living room, everywhere water means how much psychologically you will feel affected. And our next meal where it will come, even if it comes, another meal where it will be there, you will be hungry also. So these things make us to do the relief work very, very important in this country. So in this only, in this relief activities, mission has played a very, very important role. Almost 125 years we were doing, and we all, every relief gives us more knowledge, more maturity, more experience. So when next relief comes, we update our knowledge, we do it more efficiently. Sometimes we may get a lot of donations also, but we need human power to handle that. Money will not solve the problem many times. See, the corona time, you must have seen. Even normally relief means in a particular area it will happen. But this corona, whole Tamil Nadu, or whole India, or whole world was affected. Our headquarters was in a hectic period. All over the country, all centers were doing relief work. They have to give finance, they have to give guidance, everything it has to be done. But we were doing that. And it is not out of pity, it is out of love. Our own brothers, sisters are suffering, how we can sleep? You must have seen in Swamiji's messages, many places, how you can sleep when the whole India is in ignorance and want of help from you. And he scolds everybody in poor people education, whoever has got educated, and if they don't serve the people, what do you call them? So this relief is an important function. It's everybody's duty to participate in the relief activities. In this Ramakrishna mission, there are two types of reliefs we generally classify, which is a primary relief. That relief, as soon as anywhere some calamity happens, immediately food, clothing and other necessaries are there, which is a temporary thing that we attend. And there is another thing, rehabilitation. Once the people are, immediate needs are settled, that is not enough. They have to continue their normal life. For that, some houses has to be built and shelters and big economic rehabilitation. They have to stand on their leg. For that, some help also is necessary. All these things are done in Ramakrishna mission, and it started in West Bengal initially, but now all over the globe, wherever Ramakrishna mission centers are there, any calamities happen, most of the center respond to that calamity and do as much as possible. We may not do the complete help to all the people, but we set an example, model institution, how we can do all this relief. See, in 2015 relief, even a small help can go in a very long way. We received a phone call from one of our devotee. He told in the night time, it's around 10:30 p.m. He is telling, my house is near Saidapet bridge and water is rising. We are in the first floor, but we can't go to the rooftop. Now in the first floor, water has come up to the knee level. My cell phone charge is going out, no electricity. Please save Swamiji, my whole family is in trouble. Night 10:30 p.m. What you will do? Somehow, earlier we have contacted some corporation people and they were telling some boat service is there, like that. We informed them and gave that location also. Somehow we could be able to save that whole family by a single phone call. So we could not have helped so many people, but that phone call helped him, and that phone call was necessary. So in the same way, how many people have suffered? And near Meenambakam, one place, we were distributing that bread pieces to all the families. And whoever requested, because water was there, every house we have to go and give. But one big house was there, that house owner did not come out to get the bread. Some of the volunteers saw they may require that help. So he went and knocked on the door, and then finally they came and took the bread from us. Because in their whole life, they never requested anything from others. They were rich people. But at that moment, there were no shops, no facilities available. They were hungry. So these type of things are in our vicinity, it was there. And one more from the November, from students' home, we were doing relief work. In the January, that means more than 1.5 months we were doing continuous relief. Initially, we were doing food packets and then grocery items and everything we were given. But in the end, from Infosys, there was a request. We have got 1 crore rupees of worth of material for 1,000 families, 4,000 families you have to distribute. That request came from Infosys Foundation. We are all very tired. All our students, lecturers, volunteers, everywhere we are tired. It is in the January month that request came. Whether we have to accept it or not, all are tired, because my position as a secretary only I have to decide yes or no. If I decide yes, all other has to work. Then I decided why I should block the materials going to the needy people. Let us take the risk. It's a very huge task. 4,000 families we have to distribute. Somehow that one day, Sunday only, we thought we will plan it on a single day. Completely we will do it and complete it. And that day almost in our playground there were 28 trucks were there, all filled with materials, and one single day we could be able to distribute and everybody was safe. Here we have to see, when we decide we want to help others, how and it should be sincerely, selfless, and not for name or fame. That happens. That is what I came to know. Because that was an impossible task. The whole night, all the students, all the staff members were working. There was no space for keeping the materials also. It was loaded in the truck, one truck to another truck only we could able to load. But the thing happened for everybody's satisfaction. Because when we do unselfish work, there is a power behind us which is supporting us. We have to experience that. So for that we have to involve ourselves in the selfless activity. Last year itself, that is last financial year, if you see Ramakrishna missions, all the services activities together, almost nearly 1,000 crores worth of service activities done by the mission. And just now we saw mission started without a single pie. They were living in a house, rented house, ghost house, because ghost is there like that, very small rent they lived. But here, after 125 years, 1,000 crores worth of materials, beneficiaries got that one. Not only that, see, when we do service activity, it is not all paid workers, all voluntary. Many volunteers, students volunteer, staff volunteers. And what did they get? Beneficiaries got the material. But what these volunteers got? They got spiritually elevated. Definitely, because we did a survey, later on in our staff members we inquired, what is the best period in our students' home? You are living here 20 years or 30 years service, you are here. Many of them told that service, what they did and the relief only is in their mind, and they are very happy about that. So this is the benefit of any service activities done in the Ramakrishna mission. Both receiver also happy, giver also, Infosys also happy. After 3 years of that relief, they sent a third party to verify whether we have done the relief work properly, auditing. Or third party auditing, somehow all the records were there, we have taken to the proper place and proper recipient, and she told very nice remarks. She told what Swamiji you have given, that whole thing I have presented as my daughter's wedding, and the seer kudukra, and that whole material was given like that. So much material Infosys gave, almost 3,000 rupees worth of material was there. She commented, whole things I gave it to my daughter's marriage as a seedhanam. So that Infosys also was happy, the donor is happy, the service done by the volunteer is also happy. So this relief activities, every year it is there, everywhere it is necessary. So as much as possible, if we involve ourselves in these activities, will be helpful for us also and for the receiver also. And please associate yourself with the Ramakrishna mission and actively involve in all their activities. Thank you.